Hi there, welcome back to A Well-Purposed Woman. I'm Elizabeth, and today I'm going to show you this cute little pumpkin sign from the Dollar Tree. So all these supplies I found at the Dollar Tree, so the craft is super easy and super inexpensive. Here are the supplies you need to get started. You need 4 pieces of wood that are 13 3/4 by 2 inches, a canvas which is 11 by 14 inches, and you can find these things at the Dollar Tree, along with this placemat which is black and white buffalo check, and you can use that for the background. Here's a complete list of supplies that's also below in the description, and you'll need something to attach the wood to each other. So the first thing I did was cut my boards down to size. Again, I got them to 13 3/4 by 2 inches. And then once they were cut, I positioned them by each other to make a frame. And then I took wood glue and I glued the 4 different sides together. And then I let the glue sit on the wood for at least 30 minutes. And you can use little C-clamps or something to hold it in place. That's probably ideal. I didn't have those on hand, so I just held it in place for a while and then just waited for the glue to dry. So then you'll have the frame. I did stain the frame a little bit with just some old stain I had on hand. You could also pick up some paint from the Dollar Tree if you liked a black or white frame. You could do that as well. But I just used a little bit of stain I had in the garage and I just added it onto the frame. I waited for it to dry and then I did the next step. The next step is just to cover your canvas. So take out your placemat and take the canvas out that you purchased at the Dollar Tree if you did, and just position it correctly on the canvas so that it covers all different sides, and then just hot glue it into place. Now it's time to glue the canvas onto the frame. You can see here I did end up stapling my frame together in all 4 corners just to give it a little bit extra reinforcement. But once it's in place, then just take your hot glue and glue all 4 sides of your canvas onto the frame. And just double check when you're gluing it that you're not leaving a gap in between the canvas and the frame. You just want the canvas to cover the entire opening of the frame so you don't have any gaps. And I did play around with it a little bit. This thankful sign was at the Dollar Tree. I tried that. But I did decide to add pumpkins onto the frame instead. So I found these wood little MDF pumpkins at the Dollar Tree. I just positioned them on the canvas and I really liked how they looked. Just 6 of them on there, and so I put them in position, and then I covered them with different types of scrapbook paper and felt, and that I just had on hand. So just use up anything you have on hand, or get paper, I guess, from a craft store, but I liked the stuff I had on hand, so I just glued all the paper onto the pumpkins first. So just take your hot glue gun and just run it around on the pumpkins and put them all in place. But once you like the way the pumpkins look, then just go ahead and hot glue them into place. We did try different words in different places on the sign, but ended up just liking the plain pumpkins the best. So once you like your design, go ahead and hot glue it into place. And then that is pretty much it for making this really cute pumpkin sign for fall. Let me know below if you have any questions. And as always, we'd love to have you stick around by just hitting that subscribe button below. If you want to add your own touch to the pumpkins, you can use embellishments you have on hand like raffia, twine, or buttons. And it just adds a little bit of something to make it your very own. I love how cute this sign turns out with the different patterns in the pumpkin, the little raffia and buttons, which make it stand out and make it more 3-dimensional. It's such a cute, warm, and cozy sign for fall. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you come back and join us again. But otherwise, happy crafting.